Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Today, we're going to go over something a little interesting that's kind of flew under the radar for a while. I had a couple of my friends tell me about this, and then some reports started coming in. I started looking up online. I did see a few, and I went and checked it out for myself, and I am here to tell you that this is real, and you can get these items at Ollie's. So before we get started, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Comments down below help feed that YouTube algorithm. Helps keep the channel sponsor free. Unless you're ShamWow, you're welcome. So, don't forget links in the description, eBay TCG player. We got members and subs up and all that good jazz. Check it out to help support the channel. So, let's get started. Ollie's. So, wasn't a real big fan of Ollie's. Didn't really have one in most places I grew up. But down here in South Carolina, and a few other places, we have an Ollie's. What is Ollie's, you may ask? A discount store, much like Marshall's, maybe Dollar Tree, hell, I don't know. But they get a lot of the extra stuff. They put it on sale at amazingly cheap prices. So what's caught a lot of people's attention is the fact that Wizards / Hasbro has been dumping D&D product at Ollie's at amazing discounts, the likes of which we have never seen due to amazing overstock and people not buying their products. Just like the same problems we have with Magic and everything else, they've printed so much that there's too much to go around and nobody wants it, and now they're stuck with it, and they're doing anything they can to offload it and hoping that no one sees it. So I did some digging, so let's look into it. So the first time, this isn't the first time something has been at Ollie's. So 2 years ago, around 21, the original Dungeons & Dragons starter set, you guys remember that from Stranger Things, apparently ended up at an Ollie's for $12.99. This was about a $30, $40 box, so that's really cheap. It was the Stranger Things edition. I kind of find it hard that nobody wanted to play it, but maybe because it just wasn't regular D&D, who knows. But anyway, regardless, this was the first testing, and apparently it must have went well, because 2 years later, and maybe in the course of that 2 years it's happened more, we don't know. But starting, I believe, in mid to late October, maybe November timeframe, lots of Hasbro's D&D stuff started showing up at Ollie's all over again. So we'll take one look. We have this little section here. You can see this is a section of D&D items. And if you look around here, I screenshotted the whole thing, because over here you can see a lot of Marvel stuff. And we talked about this with Funko Pops as well, being stuck in stores like this at severe discounts. So yeah, take a look at that. So these are the original D&D cartoon figures that they brought back out with many other toy lines that they did this year from HasCon, PulseCon, whatever the hell it was called, Rip You Off Con, where they wanted to kind of get back into that nostalgia and try to play on people's wallets like they always do, to give them something from their past. But apparently, if it wasn't the original stuff, nobody really cared. And so this kind of stuff ended up at Ollie's. Now, I went to my local Ollie's. These were not there, because I'm going to be honest with you, I might have picked some of these up. I mean, these things are going for $9.99. It's really tugs on my heartstrings. But yeah, so the original D&D stuff, it's all there. I also don't like the fact that, like, this is drawn so much poorer than the original cartoon series, in my opinion. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. But at least the unicorn's in here, I guess. Take the wins where you can get them. But yeah. But fear not, if you don't have an Ollie's near you, or some discount store where they're probably offloaded this stuff, fear not. As I was looking into this, I got kind of curious, so I went to Amazon. Guess what? Same price, $9.99. Dungeons & Dragons Cartoon Classic 6-inch scale. Diana, I believe that's all it says. The Acrobat action figure from D&D. I don't know what that says. Cartoon includes D8 from exclusive D&D dice set. So that's really cool. You can get these on Amazon, but again, you can see these were originally going for $25, and they have marked them down to $10. That is over 50% off. And if you get it on Amazon, you're probably not paying for shipping, which means they are, which means they're losing more money. This is absurd. But if all these are on Amazon, I may just go pick them up. I'm just saying. But yeah, so if you don't have an Ollie's near you, don't worry. You can probably go to Amazon and get the exact same deals that we're seeing right now. I didn't look for the other stuff that I found, but don't worry, there's more. Not only is, because I mean, yeah, over 50% off. I mean, but these are figures, D&D, yada yada yada. It does show that they're not doing good. But there's 100 bought in the last month, so some people are liking it. The thing that really got my attention originally before I started digging into this too much was this right here. This is a picture from my local Ollie's. And as you can see, these are terrain creatures, Dragonlance, Warriors of Krynn, along with some other stuff. These are large box sets that you can get for D&D at $9.99. Okay, so these might be cheaper, maybe they're the same, but Warriors of Krynn for $9.99. If you look down there, this is a $50 game, which means this thing is, oh my god, how much off is that? 10% is $5 of 50, so 20 would be 10, 20, 40, 60, 80% off this box set. I mean, it kind of tells you what this is really worth, because this might be the cost to actually make the box and the stuff that's in it. B, how bad and how much extra of this product they currently have. It's a ton. Now, my local Ollie's has kind of been cleared out of some of this stuff, so maybe there are some D&D players around this area, or maybe they didn't get as much as other stores. Because as you can see here, they're lying deep in this Ollie's. So it may depend on the size of store and what have you. But again, this is just here to show you, without Wizards actually saying it, Hasbro, I guess, they really turned up the production nozzle. And because of that, they're really crashing their own economy by making so many items they can't even get back what they put into it price-wise. Because, remember, this is the same thing we talked about with Funko Pops and other things. They started actually destroying product because there was so much of it. It was cheaper to write it off as a loss than try to sell it at cost, because nobody wanted it. Obviously, we've seen reports before. We talked about the Magic cards that were in the landfill. Imagine if we had reports of D&D products being in the landfill. It's not going to get any better for Wizards no matter how they do this. This might be their best option to try to save face, but at the end of the day, they're not saving much. And they're really not doing their campaigns any justice. It really all started back with the backlash over the OGL when they tried to change the licensing agreement where you couldn't make campaigns or whatever for D&D without paying some kind of weird fee or something. At least that's what they wanted. They wanted to own everything that was D&D related if it was for a D20 system, blah, blah, blah. And everybody come unglued. That's when Pathfinder came out with Orc. Yeah, so pretty crazy, not gonna lie. But yeah, so here you have it. Another show of why you don't overproduce and you keep things small. Now, granted, these aren't collectibles and what have you, like we talk about with Magic and some other things, the dolls maybe. But at the end of the day, you should produce to what the market wants. And if you have so much extra that you're selling it for $10 when it should be $50, you have lost money. Because not only are you not getting the full profit out of it, but the amount of money it took to ship these items to this store to sell them at cost means you're probably at a loss. Unless the box cost way less than $10 to make. And if it is, wow, is that price gouging? Um, yeah, but there's that. So there's lots of things to unpack here. None of them good. Um, so yeah, here we go. Hasbro ain't out of the woods yet as they continue to tank all their products apparently. Maybe this is them taking the magic turn, hopefully on D&D, to put a stop to the silliness and stop trying to sell everybody stuff that they don't want. And overproduce everything because they have to, which is probably why everybody's getting laid off, because there's no point in having extra employees if there's nothing to make because no one's buying it. So there you have it. With that said, guys, don't forget to hit up your local Ollie's or any discount store apparently, or just go visit Amazon. You can probably find these all on there for the same price as well. If this is something you're really looking to pick up. If it's not, don't worry. It's probably not going to change anytime soon how much it costs because there's apparently plenty of it out there. So until next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. Ugh, that's just disgusting.